Hello, we're here with Carla, the Creative Director at the Business Transition Alliance. Carla, can you tell us why it's important today for businesses to have a presence on social media?
That's a great question. So there's a number of different reasons why companies should have a social media presence today. And one is really to stay ahead of the competition. This is a great place for you to have your own distinct voice and to make yourself known on social media. What's your brand and how are you conveying that message? Is it really through a blog series or video series, podcasts, whatever your medium is, it's really important to stay consistent in that strategy. Your current and potential customers might be looking at your social media strategy to understand your business, understand your values, and really looking for someone to trust and to come to for advice and to really just understand, what they're looking for and for someone to be that helping hand that they're looking for. It's really material that you have good content to share with them and to be consistent in your strategy moving forward and making sure that there's always something new for them to come across and really feel engaged with what you're doing. And the other reason I have is really about your employees. So current employees and future employees are likely looking at your social media presence and they want to feel connected. Particularly during COVID right now, we don't have that face-to-face time like we used to, and it's critical to instill that confidence in them and to see that your brand knows what they're talking about, they're passionate, and they're one step ahead of what's going on today.
Why is it important today for companies to have a social media presence?
One reason is to really stay ahead of your competition. This is the area where you can really shine depending on what your strength is. If you're somebody who can keep up with a podcast series, a blog series, a web series, whatever it is that works for you, this is a great way to find yourself and find your voice. It's also great for your customers. They want to come to you for that single source of information, of that expert opinion, and you got to leave them wanting more. And finally, it's important for your employees to come back and to see that, especially during COVID right now, when we're not close like we were before, this gives them a chance to really understand that you're keeping up with the trends and you know what's going on and they know what's going on in terms of your company and they feel ready to go back and to feel united again with your company.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you think about how business is done today, a lot of consumers have made their buying decision well before they've entered your place of business. Even as far as buying a car, it used to be you'd go into your car dealership, you'd speak to the salesman, he'd give you a brochure, you'd look at the options, you'd discuss the pricing, you'd discuss all the options and features of the car, and you'd leave. And then come back and make your decision. Today, when the consumer steps into your place of business after his research is done on social media, he knows the type of car, he knows all the options it has, what he's looking for, and he knows what the competition is asking. So I guess if you're not going to deal on the social media platform to talk to your customers, you're really sending them to your competitors.
Absolutely, and that's why it's very important to establish that trust. The consumer already knows what they want, but they need to find the right person or right company that's going to really get that message to them and to be the one that they choose, and that's why trust is key. And with a consistent social media strategy, you'll get there.
As Creative Director at Business Transition Alliance, what is the toughest part of keeping employees engaged in people's businesses today?
So the toughest part is really engaging people during COVID-19. It's not the same as in person. It's not the same, employees are losing that relationship with their employers. And we need to understand that, we need to acknowledge that. And now more than ever, it's important to establish the social media presence to really show that there's some, engagement going on, whether it's virtual or now that, things are opening up more and we're able to do more in-person things, that we need to get back to that in-person relationship, that excitement, that excitement of being back in the office, that excitement of collaborating in person and getting those ideas flowing and really just resonating with the business and resonating with the overall message.
Can I ask you, Carla, COVID-19, we hope, is coming to an end. Do you think employee engagement in the workplace is going to change? Do you think the social media is still going to be as strong when hopefully we get back to the office in whatever form that may be?
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't think that that's going to change at all. In fact, I think that this is the best way we have to really broaden our brands, right? So, it goes much more beyond our network, I would say. And with social media, you can reach people all over the world. And the other part of this is your employees are actually your brand ambassadors. And the more engaged they are in your business and what you're trying to sell, whether it's a service, whether it's a product, they're selling for you online. So the more engaged they are with your business online, the more engaged your business is with customers.
Well, thank you very much, Carla. We really appreciate your insights on social media and how it affects businesses today, and how no one can really afford to ignore the platform that is a worldwide platform and relatively easy to use if you know how to use it.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for the lovely questions. It was a great session.
Thank you.